CLE, we ride.
Dog pound pride in the sky.
Let's go.
Lock in, lights up, game face on. It's the Hogcast, baby, bring it on.
It's the Cleveland Hogcast Sports Show.
Yeah.
Blue collar blood, that's how we go.
Let's go.
Every city, every team, we won't smoke. If you ain't built like this, you might choke. It's the Cleveland Hogcast Sports Show.
Say what?
Hard hits, hot takes, let it roll.
Let it roll.
From the first whistle to the last blow. Cleveland Hogcast, welcome to the show. Hey!
Well, good afternoon, Cleveland sports fans. How the hell are you today? I'm doing great. Dr. Hogwash, your host for another edition of the Cleveland Hogcast Sports Show, Saturday edition. Kind of short an episode this week, so I thought I'd come on today and throw in an episode, just because I could. How you doing? Anyway, beautiful day here in old Cleveburg. Sun's been out. Ice and snow is melting, so spring's in the air. That's what we like to see around here. Got some things happening around the old NFL with the combine and that kind of thing. So today I'm just gonna throw some things out there that I kind of found over the last couple of days that I thought were interesting to me anyway. So hopefully they're interesting to you. And as I've stated previously, I'm not a box score kind of guy. I'm not going to come on here and talk about, stats and that kind of stuff. I like finding some interesting, cool things that may not be the mainstream or the norm. But today, since we're talking about the combine, there will be some combine videos and some combine images, that kind of thing. So, hold on a second here. Sorry about that. There was apparently I heard a buffalo upstairs and the floor was making all kinds of noise. But anyway, I digress. So as I was saying, just a few things that I thought were interesting and that tie in with the combine and the Browns, and throw in some of my own speculation and some of my own draft desires, as it were, because there's a player or two that I think the Browns could benefit from having on the field, if you know what I mean. So, all right, here we go. And bear with me, because basically I'm just going to open a folder up and start sharing some images and videos and go from there. All right. So let's start this party with Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson was interviewed at the podium and basically asked how he would feel if the Browns took him, or if that would be a great scenario for him, since his brother plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And so let me cue up that video and let's see here. All right.
Oh, he'll be buying the house, and he gonna get the big room because that's big bro. But should that be a blessing if it happens? And I'm cool with whatever. I might go there.
Jordan, what advice did he give you? I mean, I know it's different sports and different draft processes, but what have you guys talked about in regards to this week?
Just being a pro, just being an everyday guy, making good decisions day to day, stuff like that. And then just knowing it's a business at the end of the day. You gotta earn your keep there, and basically gotta prove yourself every day.
Jordan,
compete. That's all we do, is compete all day long. I was the baby too, so they was never taking it easy on me. They was actually making it a little harder, and I had to work 2 times hard. It's hard to win, but just compete all day, every day. We go bowl, and we're gonna do anything. Golf. Yeah, I think we love it, but me personally, I feel like he'll just make me more locked in on a day-to-day basis, just seeing him, because he's the reason why I have this work ethic to this day, and just ability to be able to look at him as a pro and see what he does on a day-to-day basis. I feel like it'll increase my game even more than he already has.
have you ever?
So there you go. I think it would be an interesting prospect, or an interesting story for Cleveland. I don't know that the Browns have any interest as far as actually drafting him, at least in the first round anyway. They probably have their eyes on others, but I don't know. The Browns have done some things, of course, that we don't expect, and they may even trade out of the first pick. Who knows? So anyway, Jordan Tyson. So Mekhi Lemon, speaking of wide receivers, wideouts, whatever, I'm sure he's on the radar for a lot of teams, and including the Browns. Again, don't know whether the Browns would actually be interested in him, but I'm going to just play this video, and if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to comment on it until I actually the video's done playing. Come on. There we go.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go 3 for you for sure. I'm gonna go Jay Jettis. I'm gonna go Jamar Chase. I'm gonna go JSN.
So he was asked the question, I believe, that who his comparables are, who he thinks he's comparable to in the NFL. And all I have to say is I'm not sure if he's like this in the meetings, like the one-on-one meetings with the teams or with the scouts, but I don't know if his draft stock's going to go up or down because of this video or whatever. Is what it is. I'm not going to judge the kid, but just found it a little bit interesting. That's all. So another brother tandem. You got the Styles brothers. Let's see, where's my, here it is. All right, so you have Lorenzo Styles and Sonny Styles. You have another brother tandem, another combo. You've got the fastest defensive back in Lorenzo Styles, and the fastest linebacker in Sonny Styles. So Lorenzo, his 40-yard time was 4.27, and his brother Sonny was 4.46. And this was at this year's scouting combine. So just this is crazy that not only that we have so many brothers playing in professional sports, even the same sport at the same time. It's crazy. And what's even crazier is the amount of players that, professional football players that Ohio State cranks out. If you look at, let's have another graphic for this, or another, where is it at here? So this is from Max Loeb. No college football team has ever had 4 players drafted in the top 10 until now. So you have Sonny Styles, you have Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs, and Carnell Tate. They could all potentially be taken in the top 10 of the draft. That is absolutely insane. Again, going back to the whole Ohio State professional football athlete factory. It's just getting insane. 4 in the top 10, potentially 4 in the top 10. And 2 brothers. I don't know how often 2 brothers are going to play on a championship team, let alone play in the NFL together. But anyway, interesting. Just some stuff that that caught my eye. The Pat McAfee show. Let me pull up the graphic first. Wherever it's at. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Damn it. Where'd it go? Here it is. Sorry, I swear a lot. It's just me. That's who I am. All right, so Pat McAfee yesterday posted on his X, he posted that for a $10,000 donation, Jack Hughes, the Olympic star, the hero of the Olympic team, I'll show you the video, but basically he was on the spot asked, if you could make this he gave him a hockey stick, and there's like balls instead of pucks. And if you can make it in this hole, and you'll see in the video, you can donate. We'll donate $100,000 to any charity that you want. So I thought that was pretty freaking cool. So let's watch the video. And I apologize if there's any echoes. Hopefully there shouldn't be any echo, but here we go.
Do you think you could have a little dangles and maybe put this hockey ball with this stick into that hole right there for a $100,000 donation to a charity of your choosing?
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do this before we let you
I'm
get
taking
on the
this
road.
off, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. We'll use this one here. You're going to be up yonder.
It's slanted a bit. Be careful.
Listen, I don't know if you're going to be able to handle this right here. Okay. Ball hockey. Did you grow up playing any ball hockey, or are you strictly ice? Hold on. Don't shoot yet. Hold on, please. We'd like to build the moment. Oh, you got pretty good dangles there.
Silky mid-slide.
Silky
Number
Destiny.
one overall.
What you say?
Charlie McAvoy wants a kick of destiny. I think he said that to you on the when we FaceTimed you, right?
Yeah, he said he wanted to do a field goal kick.
He
Yeah.
wants that. He wants one of those.
I like the way you boys are trying to angle it to more money. Okay, I do. I really do appreciate that. Okay, have you ever, is this seemingly an easy task for you as an actual hockey player? Because we looked at it and we assumed you'd be able to accomplish it, but not 100% sure because this is an abnormal thing.
I actually am nervous right now because this looks kind of hard.
Jack, you scored the fucking gold.
But I'm on the Pat McAfee show. I want to make this shot.
There is not 26 million people watching. And that was the Olympic gold medals. $100,000 to a charity of your choosing if you're able to put that ball into that hole right over there. Jack Hughes, you've made your entire country proud. You've made all of hockey proud. And now you can win $100,000 to a charity of your choosing. Jack, put it in the hole.
Oh, my God.
Never a doubt.
Butter.
Never a doubt.
That's a nail gun right there.
Yeah,
it's a nail gun.
Bit of a nail gun.
Hey, not a squid at all, dude. No, would love to play tummy stick sometime at another day.
Quite a bingo.
Yeah, what a bingo. There's a little bingo there. Jack, we appreciate the hell out of you, man. Thank you for taking time with us. Thank you for what you did for America. Safe travels to St. Louis, and we can't wait to follow your NHL career, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen,
Congrats, man.
American hero and legend. That was way too, that is a big hole.
Thank you, Jack.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Congrats.
Jack Hughes.
Love it. Love having Jack Hughes on that show. The hero. Yes. I'm so glad he's representing the United States, or represented, and still continues to represent the United States. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Where do I want to go next? Let's see here. In my head, I had something. What the heck, man? All right, well. All right, I can't find what I'm looking for. I'm sure I'll find it at like 3 o'clock this morning. Okay, so there was a player in this combine that I really absolutely love for the Browns. I'll throw it over here on the screen. So one thing that I'm excited about, and I don't know if the Browns even have this guy in his radar, but stick with me here. Let's reason this out. I love Kenyon Sadiq, and watching his tape it's really fun to watch. He is such a baller, and his measurables 4.39 seconds in the 40, same as Jonathan Taylor. 113-inch broad jump, same as Des Bryant. 43.5 vertical, a half an inch higher than Vince Carter. Let's see, 6'3", same as Julio Jones. 241 pounds, same as LeGarrette Blount, and 23.2 miles per hour, same as Jahmyr Gibbs. So, yeah, freak athlete, man. Kenyon Sadiq, for tight ends, this dude is like, I know a lot of people are talking about Carnell Tate and others, Jordan Tyson and Mekhi Lemon for receivers and others. The Browns still, with David Njoku saying goodbye, the Browns still need another tight end. And can you imagine a field where we have Harold Fannin Jr. and Kenyon Sadiq on the same field? Oh my God. That's just, to me, if you get a extremely athletic and physical tight end that could almost be used like a receiver. I mean, this dude is a good route runner. He's physical. And he gets down the field, and he was a huge pass threat in Oregon's offense. And so can you imagine a defense trying to cover Harold Fannin Jr., Kenyon Sadiq, and these guys are bigger, or at least Kenyon's a bigger guy, muscular, and if he's just. I have a tendency to believe, and I think it's probably true, that bigger guys or more physical guys have a tendency to get hurt less. So then you can go after a few receivers or a receiver or two in free agency, or a couple others in the draft, whatever. Because I guarantee, like, having Kenyon Sadiq, Harold Fannin, even when Quinshon Judkins is healthy, there's so many targets that you have to cover. You're forcing the defense to cover all these weapons one-on-one, and you're going to get mismatches. Even if you don't have like a blue chip receiver, or receiving core, I should say, they're probably going to get more open, and they're going to get more looks and more throws because they're going to get more one-on-ones. And I don't know. It's just, to me, it makes sense. But I don't know if the Browns are even looking at this guy. They usually are looking at tight ends in every draft, so they'll probably draft a tight end at some point. But I just love Kenyon Sadiq. I just think the dude is, I would love to see him in a Browns uniform. Let's see here. But I for sure think that he should at least be a first round pick. Here's some a notable event at the combine. This is from Stacey Dales. Eli Stowers, tight end, combine record breaking 45.5-inch vertical. That is insane. Coming from a tight end, no less. That we were just talking about tight ends. So pretty deep tight end class. That's all I got to say. And I'm pretty sure the Browns will take one at some point. Kenyon Sadiq. That's all I got to say. Let's see here. What do we got going on here? Let me touch on the UFL real quick, because it's coming up pretty soon here. So I'm going to have a couple things to mention about that. From the UFL Daily, UFL News Break, Stallions head coach A.J. McCarron has confirmed that they will be wearing Charlie Kirk patches on their jerseys after Turning Point USA reached out to him about honoring him this season, meaning Charlie Kirk. And from AJ, I'm absolutely excited about this. He's the reason I ran for office. I'm just glad all the guys agreed to it. Really means a lot to me that we get to honor Charlie Kirk, and I do too. I think that's awesome. I think that is amazing. God rest his soul. What a wonderful man he was. Contrary to the cancel culture woke left narrative. Speaking of which, Dr. Charlie Jordan and I on Monday are going to be talking about that. That is what our show will be dedicated to, is the whole cancel culture woke ideology in the NBA and in the NFL and sports in general. So that's coming up Monday. But the UFL, I love watching football in general, but the UFL is awesome if you haven't watched any of their games. For us, as Clevelanders, as Ohioans, we have the Columbus Aviators. I think Ted Ginn Jr. is the coach, and that's awesome. Another Ohio State alum, I believe. I don't know. My brain plaque's not worn off today, but Ted Ginn Jr. is the coach. So we don't have a team here in Cleveland, but going to live vicariously through the Columbus Aviators. So 30 days, and this was on the 27th. So the end of March, kickoff for the UFL. So hopefully I don't know what channels are on, I have to look, but hopefully we can watch them later, because I don't know if I'll be able to watch them live, but that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's nice to have football going when there's no football going, if that makes sense. And there's not a lot of teams, but I don't know if you remember on a side note, the Cleveland Gladiators, the arena football team that Bernie Kosar was a part owner in. Kind of wish we still had an arena football team. That was awesome. Fun games. Different dynamic, and it was fun. Let's see what else we got. So there's a guy that ordered a hat after his Seahawks won the Super Bowl. And this is from Dove Kleiman. It says, "Yikes, a Seahawks fan ordered a Super Bowl hat from New Era, and when it arrived, or when it came to him, it had the Patriots engraved on the back of the hat." I've got a video, and all I have to say is, dude, you only had one job. I have a feeling that some of these companies try to get ahead of themselves, and manufacture these hats ahead of time, and they probably had a batch of them that had Patriots on it, at least on part of it, and they forgot to take them out of the batch. But take a listen.
Got my Champions hats in the mail today. I ordered it in 2 sizes to make sure I had the right fit. They canceled the other size, 7 3/4, so I only got the 7 5/8. Looks great, except there's one problem. That is some dipshittery on another fucking level. I have never seen some dumb shit like that before. So needless to say, they got a scathing fucking email from me.
I shouldn't laugh. I feel bad for the dude, but it is what it is, man. People don't take pride in their work anymore, it seems like. And I could do a show just on that. But anyway, I hope you got something out of that. Just a little bit of, like I said, something about the combine, and a couple wish list items from me to the Browns. I doubt the Browns are watching, but Sadiq, man, Sadiq. And even if the Browns don't take him, remember that name, because he is going to be, I just have a feeling he's going to be a great player in the NFL. So hope you're having a wonderful day. And until next time, which will be Monday, I'm Dr. Hogwash, and I'll talk to you soon.
How we roll from the first hot take to the final goal, from the dog pound roar to the hardwood floor. We break it all down, then we come back for more. Yeah, just the Cleveland Hogcast Sports Show. We locked in, talking every dub, every loss, every top win. You ran with the squad, now it's time that we go. Thanks for watching. That's the Cleveland Hogcast Sports Show. Hey!